Hi there. I don't know who all's there. We're going to give it a minute just to let everybody get in. And if you'll just read the first slide. Welcome. We're going to begin shortly. We're going to be recording this session. So we're just going to give it one more minute. All right, I think we're good, Lynette.
All right. Welcome everyone to What to Expect at ASD Market Week. First off, I would like to introduce Camille Candela, who is our VP of Marketing, and her most adorable and sweetest assistant, Moose. And myself, my name's Lynette, and I am the Marketing Director, and I also have a very adorable and cute assistant named Dylan. You know, it's funny because when I was preparing for this webinar, it reminded me of the time when I was pregnant with Dylan, and I was reading this book called What to Expect When You're Expecting. And basically this book was covering tips, tricks, and best practices on how to navigate as a parent during your first year with a newborn. And so today, I want to be able to share with you all the best ways on how to maximize your experience at ASD Market Week. We will be discussing dates, hours, and locations, the new wayfinding system, and as well as the new hauls we will be at for ASD Market Week. And then we will also be talking about how to get to the convention center, and as well as planning ahead and talks about registration and as well as booking your hotels and transportation. We will also be covering on what to expect on show site in terms of health and safety, and as well as the type of events that you will be expected to see. And last but not least, the online market. ASD Market Week is very excited to welcome you guys all back in August 2021. We will also be having 5 other events at the same time in Vegas. And this is the perfect opportunity for our retailers and sellers to come together to finally do business in Vegas. The other events that we will be having are Las Vegas Market, Las Vegas Antique Jewelry and Watch Show, Couture, Luxury by JCK, HD Expo and Conference, and JCK Las Vegas. So if you are coming out to ASD Market Week, this is the perfect opportunity to be able to shop and do business all in one area. ASD Market Week will be back on Sunday, August 22nd through Wednesday, August 25th. The first 3 days of the show will be from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The last day will be from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. We also really encourage you to pick up your badge early, starting as early as Friday, August 20th, or Saturday, August 21st. And this way it'll help avoid long lines waiting on show site to pick up your badges. And now I'll be tossing it over to Camille, who'll be talking about wayfinding and new hauls.
Hello, everyone. Let me first say, I see everybody's chiming in on the chat. We are super excited to see you. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm actually in Las Vegas right now. I just flew in this morning. I'm actually going to the convention center to do a site visit for ASD in August. And I can't tell you, I've been coming to Vegas for about 20 years for trade shows. And after a while, I get like, oh, another trip. But now more than ever, I can't tell you how excited I am, how excited our team is, how excited all the ASD family is to welcome you back to Las Vegas. The city's ready, we're ready. And so I think it's really important to walk you through some changes that are happening. One big change is the fact that the Las Vegas Convention Center has been planning for a while an expansion. They're actually building a new hall. Over the pandemic, that hall was actually completed. It's called the West Hall. So if you look at this map and you look up at the top left corner, you'll see the West Hall and the North Hall. Very important. ASD will be in the West Hall and the North Hall only. For this show, we will not be in the South Hall. So those of you that are used to going to see the vendors in South Hall, do not get your taxi to drop you off at South Hall, or you're going to be really mad when you have to walk in that Las Vegas heat all the way over to North Hall and West Hall. So it's really important. All of the vendors that were in South Hall will be in the West Hall. So that's really important. Please pay attention to that. We're going to do a lot of communication, so you know. So if you're looking at the map, for those of you that have been, again, at the top of the left of the page, West Hall and North Hall is where ASD will be located. This is just a little bit of a picture. I can say this is my second site visit out to Las Vegas. This is going to be great to experience the all-new ASD Market Week. The convention center added 1.4 million square feet of convention space to the facility. The hall is beautiful. It's brand new. There's a food court, so it'll be easier for you guys to get food. We're really excited. It's really an exciting time for us, for the show, for the city, for the convention center. So we're super excited to invite you back, and really great to be in both North and West Hall that are so close to each other. So really exciting to see that, and want to make sure you guys understand that's coming. Next. Okay, so let's talk about wayfinding. Another big thing that we've done is we understand the faster we help you find what you need, the better, the more shopping time you have, the faster you get to appointments and writing orders. So we're launching a new wayfinding system. And what a wayfinding system is how do we systematically categorize the show to make it easier for you to find what you're looking for. So this show, you'll see a new rollout of signage and color coordination. So if you look at the map, you can see the different colors, right? So the different colors represent different neighborhoods, and those neighborhoods have product categories in them. Throughout the show, you'll notice all new signage with new categories and what products are in those categories. So you'll see the color coordination. You'll see this throughout all of our marketing. Go to the next slide. All right, so again, you see the color coordination. In North Hall will be Source Direct, which is our direct from factory participants. There'll be immediate delivery, which is all of our cash and carry goods. There'll be the fashion section and the beauty section. That will be in the North Hall of the Convention Center. Next slide. As we move over to West Hall, you're going to see gift, home, toy, general merchandise, all of our alternative lifestyle, so our CBD and hemp area, convenience store and outdoor. That's going to be all in the new West Hall. And again, these are going to be all color coordinated. We're going to have all new maps, all new signage. So definitely be on the lookout how we communicate with you. Also, with regards to getting from West Hall to North Hall, there's a skywalk that goes across there's a road, right? I mean, they literally built the convention center across from North Hall. You walk from North Hall across the skywalk into West Hall. So let's talk about ways to get around the convention center, right? One way to get around the convention center is the skywalk. You can walk from North Hall to West Hall. It's a pretty easy walk. It's all nice and air conditioning. It's a pretty walk. We're going to have a lot of things going on between the two halls, so it'll be great to check out. So that's one way you can go from West Hall to North Hall. Another way is the loop. So some of you have heard about this, some of you haven't. So our good old friend Elon Musk with the Boring Company has built the underground tunnel. It is live. We have seen it. We have ridden on it. And it is going to be up and running for the ASD show. So there's two spots, right, that you'll want to take it. You can take it to three. So if you look on the map, you'll see the two red circles. One, it looks like it's at the Diamond Lot, and one that's kind of in front of Central Hall. You can take the loop, which is an underground tunnel, and they're all Tesla cars, and you can take that from spot to spot. If you look at that second circle in the very middle of the map, that's where, if you're getting off of the shuttle buses in front of North Hall, that's where that's going to drop. And if you're coming from the monorail, which you see the monorail station over there where the big red arrow is, if you take the monorail, you can take that and walk over there. And if you want to go straight to the West Hall, you can always get on the loop and go underground as opposed to making that walk. Next slide. So this just gives you a visual of the underground. We went and saw this a couple of weeks ago. It's really cool. It's free, everybody, at the Las Vegas Convention Center. Like I said, the Boring Company, this is their first underground tunnel. They will be building more underground tunnels throughout the city of Las Vegas, but this is the first one, and it is a partnership between the Boring Company and the Las Vegas Convention Center to move attendees around the show more efficiently. When the show is full capacity, and that's West Hall to South Hall, if any shows like that, it's like 10 times faster than if you walk. And it's also cooler, so you can go down beneath and take the loop. It's really cool, so I encourage you guys to do that if you get a chance. That's another way to move around. There's one of the stations. This is over at the new West Hall, so you see the LVCC West Station. That's where you would get in the Tesla, and it would take you underground.
All right, so let's take a quick break, and we will want to get your feedback. There's a poll, if you can see your screen. We want to know, what are you most looking forward to when getting back to ASD Market Week? Is it connecting with vendors and colleagues face-to-face, forging new business relationships, attending free educational sessions, or is it discovering the latest on-trend merchandise? Personally, for me, I've been cooped up the past year and a half, and I am just ready to meet with my old colleagues and just build those relationships. So I'm actually already looking for hotels for ASD August, and I'm just ready to go back to business. All right, couple more seconds. Get your response in. All right. It looks like we are most of the responses are connecting with vendors and colleagues face to face, and secondly would be forging new business relationships. Now let's talk about a couple of things to help you plan ahead for the show. The first one in particular is we highly recommend you to register for the show before you get on show site. Registration's already live, so it's free to register, and you save $50 by pre-registering. You'll also save time when you get onto show site. Look at the picture over here. You see all these people standing in line, waiting and wishing that they had registered before showing up for ASD Market Week. Save time and money when you register today. Next, we've already partnered up with On Peak for our hotels. They've come together and provided hotel blocks and discounts for our retailers. We have hotel nights starting as low as $57 a night at our Sahara Hotel. We also have a couple of other ones like the Encore or the Renaissance or Treasure Island. The newest hotel that has just been to Vegas is called the Resorts World. And we actually also have a hotel block on there as well. We are also waiting on Marriott properties to come in, and we should be expecting for those to come in by the end of this month. So if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and book your hotel today and lock in those rates.
And if I can just jump in there, I can't say enough. Book your hotel, even if you can cancel it up until like 72 hours. But I can't tell you how enough. We're already seeing really low numbers of rooms left on certain one of these hotels. And with those 5 other shows in town, the city of Las Vegas, it's going to be the busiest we've ever been in August because there's so many other shows in town. So I can't encourage you enough to at least go ahead and reserve a hotel room.
Thank you, Camille.
Yes.
And lastly, transportation and parking. As we all know, we always want to make sure we wake up, we want to get to show site as quickly as possible. So these are some of the things that we want to cover in terms of getting onto show site. The first one are taxi services. Taxi actually has an app called Curb. You can actually go ahead and download the app today, pre-book your taxi service, and that way you don't have to wait for long lines when you're trying to get to show site. Secondly, there's also the shuttle bus. We've contracted a couple of shuttle buses from our contracted hotels that will take you from the hotels to the actual convention center. Third, ride shares, Ubers and Lyfts. Camille's actually, like she mentioned, she's already in Vegas right now, and we have been experiencing shortage of rideshare drivers. So we do ask you to go ahead and just pre-book your rideshare, and that way you can get on to show site as quickly as possible.
So let me say something about that really quick. I'm going to be testing it out while we're here. This is our second time here. The city of Las Vegas is having an issue with rideshare, right? We're addressing it with the city. They're having an issue as well. So about 50% of the rides, from what we understand, about 50% of the rides for Uber and Lyft are getting completed. So we can't encourage you enough to plan and get up early, because you might have to wait way longer than you're used to. I can tell you, I'm a very big Uber and Lyft fan. And so that's why we're making sure you know all of the different transportation methods to get to and from the show. We're actually going to meet with taxis today, but we're hoping by the time that we come back on board in August that rideshare is up and running full time. They do have surge pricing right now. They're trying to get more drivers on the road, but they just do not have the levels that they're normally used to. So.
And then there's also the monorail, and Camille had mentioned earlier the loop. So that's also another method that you can actually get to the convention center. And last but not least is parking. We do have parking available, and that's $10 a day. And remember, because we're no longer at the South Hall, do not park at South Hall, Bronze Lot, or Platinum Lot. The lots that are best to park at is right next to the West and North Hall, which is the Diamond Lot and the Silver Lot. And if you do take any of the taxi or rideshare apps, remember to tell them to drop you off at the North, or that's the West or the North Hall.
And then to make a mention about shuttle buses.
Now
to make a real quick mention about shuttle buses, we will have shuttle buses from any hotel that is an official hotel that's not in walking distance. So we will not have a shuttle bus from the West Gate, but we would have a shuttle bus from, say, the Wynn. All right, so anything that's not walking distance, we would have a shuttle bus.
Thank you. And then tossing it over to Camille.
All right, let's talk about what to expect. Everybody's asking about who's going to be at the show. We're expecting 3,500 booths and 1,500 plus, probably more, vendors. So you can expect to see the variety that you guys are used to at ASD. All of our vendors are very anxious to get back to business. They are very excited. We've had the same exact webinar with them, and they're all very excited. I would say for the most part, any vendor that you've been working with for years, a lot of the big ones, they're already in, they're already contracted, and we expect probably close to 400 new vendors that have never ever been with us before. There's definitely some interest in participating in shows and for some of these brands to get back out in the market. So we're really excited because we didn't really know what to expect. We didn't know how business was going to come back, what to really expect, but we're seeing such a positive response from our vendor community. So that's really great news to share with you. So what does this mean? It means that you get an up close look at high margin products to get off your shelves, to get off your e-commerce site. We're going to have a really great show when it comes to vendors. All right, let's talk about health and safety measures. And we're going to answer all your questions at the end too. I see a few of them flying in. So I'm not going to read this to you, but before you arrive, we ask that you complete a self-assessment, that you're symptom-free, that you check your flight and travel arrangements, that you print out your registration confirmation so it makes it easy for you to get in. And as far as the face mask requirements, we are following the CDC guidelines, specifically that state any attendee who are not fully vaccinated must wear a face mask, and attendees who are fully vaccinated are encouraged but not required to wear a face mask. Face mask will be provided at the event if needed. We have an open line of communication with the facility, our hotel partners, and local health officials. And before we open the doors, we'll be sure that we conduct inspections to ensure the venue is safe and clean and ready for business. Now, I'm sure you can go to the next one. Arriving at ASD, like we said, please Please plan accordingly and allot extra time when arriving at the show to make appointments for your customers. It will take you longer than you expect. To please make sure you have a face mask if needed. If you don't, we have them. And social distancing requirements will be in compliance with the venue and facility guidelines. We're going to go through that next. To answer questions that I know everybody has, there is no way for us to check if you are vaccinated or not. We are asking for it to be on the honor system, and we will not be able to police the thousands of people that are there. I can tell you I'm in Las Vegas now. To get here, you will have to wear a mask as of right now. You do have to wear a mask on the airplane and inside the airline terminals. However, when you get to the hotels, they have the same requirements in the city of Las Vegas. They ask that if you're fully vaccinated, you do not have to wear a mask, and encourage you to do so if you would like. And that if you are not fully vaccinated, they ask that you wear a mask. But again, none of the hotels are policing that. And we're following the venue guidelines, and they will not be policing as well. Next slide. So inside the show, it's just, we have a very, if you can see, we will be doing daily disinfecting. We've increased our staff and security. We've enhanced all the cleaning protocols for booths and the venue. There'll be medical personnel on site to assist should anyone need it. Next slide. And this is just the Las Vegas Convention Center. As you can see, this just came out this past couple weeks. Effective June 1, the City of Las Vegas has returned to pre-pandemic guidelines, including removing all restrictions involving capacity limits, large gatherings, and more. If you want to read any of that, you can be sure to check it out. And the last bullet point, the venue and cleaning compliance. The Las Vegas Convention Center is a fully accredited and the highest level of cleaning standards for our industry. So you can feel safe knowing that they are very well accredited as far as cleanliness. Next. We talked a little bit earlier about signage. You will see, this is great. I just wanted to show you guys all the colors. So this is what you're going to look for when you get on show site. So all these colors, again, I said they're color coordinated. So if you look kind of over to the right, you'll see cash and carry and with the purple, you'll see source direct with the red, you'll see different colors. So you'll start seeing all of our signage on site, and we're hoping it's going to be much easier for you to navigate. If you'll go to the next slide. In addition to our signage, we're rolling out, there's the big map again to show you a little bit where everything is. If you see the yellow dots, that's registration. So you'll see registration over in the West Hall, registration inside of North Hall in 2 places. If you look at the West Hall, it's next door to the food hall. In North Hall, it's planned to be inside the hall. And there also will be a satellite registration for those of you who are staying at the West Gate and want to walk over and come through the back door. There'll also be a satellite registration there. The lime green kind of rectangular are our educational sessions. There'll be one in the lobby in West Hall, and there'll be one on the floor in the back right of North Hall. And then you can see the color coordinated categories down below, what's in West Hall, what's in North Hall, and then we outline all of the product categories that are in those neighborhoods. Next. In addition to new signage, we're going to also have brand ambassadors and matchmaking kiosks. So look for our fabulous staff that'll be dressed in our colorful aprons and colorful shirts. They're there to assist in helping you find what you need. They'll be strategically located throughout the show. You'll notice, you'll see the really bright colors. If you ever see those really bright colors, that's a great desk for you to go ask questions if you have any questions or need help with anything at all. And then if you look on our right, we're also going to have product showcases to highlight what's in other sections. So for instance, you'll see some of these product showcases in the North Hall, and we'll be highlighting some of the products that are trending products that are shown over in the West Hall, and vice versa. In the West Hall, you'll see product showcases that are showing you what's in North Hall. You want to make sure you shop both halls. We're expecting just a really great variety of merchandise, and it's going to look fresh and new, and all of the vendors are really excited to get back. So make sure you plan time to go and shop both halls.
And now let's talk a little bit about the attendee show planner. This is a complementary online tool to help our buyers to connect with our sellers virtually before the show. You can go in, log in, schedule appointments with vendors. You can browse products and see what they will be showcasing at ASD Market Week. You can also save your favorite products and check out any discounts or exhibitor press releases. So we really encourage you to go ahead and plan for the show and basically, see who you want to see at ASD Market Week. And another thing that we want to talk about is the online vendor directory. This is the great way to be able to take a look and see what vendors will be showcasing at ASD Market Week this August. You can search by show category, keywords. You can even see what booth numbers they are at. Now, you can see here, if the booth number starts with the N, they will be located in the North Hall. If it starts with a W, they will be in the West Hall. And then if it starts with VE, that actually stands for virtual exhibitor, and they will not be at ASD Market Week, but you can contact them through the online show planner and message them if you're interested in connecting with them. You can also take a look and see that we have categories, and you can filter it by videos, photos, press releases, vendors that also offer show specials, vendors that are new, offer private label, drop shipping, and even e-commerce friendly. I know that there were a couple of questions that we got prior to this webinar asking about, do the vendors sell to e-commerce? And that this is the best way to take a look, and you can filter it out. All you have to do is click on the icon above. For example, if you want to take a look and see what vendors offer private label, all you have to do is click on the private label icon, and it would filter out all of the vendors that actually offer private label. And last but not least, this past year and a half, we've actually launched our ASD and IGS online market. This is a virtual market that allows our buyers to connect with our sellers virtually from the convenience of your own home. You can go on here. It's free to log in and register. And all you have to do is register and go ahead and log in and take a look to see what products are in there. You can search by keywords. You can also check out specials and promotions. And you can also easily message the vendors. So if you haven't had a chance, go ahead and create an account today and sign up for the ASD and IGS online market. Now, thank you everyone for your time. And if you have any questions, feel free to take the time right now and add them into our chat box down below. And let's go ahead and take a look, and we can take a look at the questions. Okay. So let's see. Someone was asking about, is the webinar being recorded? And we are recording this webinar, and at the end of this presentation, we will email everyone a recorded link. The hotel list, we will be.
Yeah, can you just back up to that for that? Just back up to that slide. So whoever's asking about the hotels, we have almost all of our hotel contracts in-house. We are expecting, I think Lynette mentioned, we are expecting contracts to come in for the Marriott. So any of you that use Marriott points, that will be coming on board. We're just waiting on those shows. Lynette's going to back up to the hotel list. For the 5 shows, we'll back up to that one again. The 5 shows are ASD Market Week, Las Vegas Market, the JCK Jewelry Show, although they run a little later than us, the Las Vegas Antique Jewelry and Watch Show, and the Couture Show, which is a private event.
And you can see the events listed right here.
With regards to being for international vendors attending, there will be a few, but very few compared to what we normally have. Normally, ASD does have a large contingency from some of our overseas and international companies. We will have some, but we won't have as many as we normally do due to some travel restrictions. Again, all of our vendors are listed as soon as they contract. They're listed in our online vendor directory. So you can go online anytime and click on vendor directory, and it'll list every single person that's contracted in the show. And you can sort by country, you can sort by product category. As Lynette mentioned, you can search by keyword. Amazon friendly vendors. Yes, I think Lynette, I don't know if we want to, I can't see all the questions as they're coming in. As far as Amazon friendly vendors, if you go to our website, there, Lynette can go to the slide. If you go to our website, to the vendor directory, there's an icon. And that icon, if you click on that icon, it's going to pull up any vendor that showed that they're e-commerce friendly. And it's the one all the way over to you see that one with the computer, the very far one. It's that icon. It's a little computer icon. Yes, right there, little computer icon. If you click on that, it's going to sort the vendor directory and put all of those vendors on top. So you're going to know who's checked off that they're vendor friendly. Visa.
There was a question about, go ahead, Camille.
Go ahead.
I said, no, there's a question about educational sessions. We are currently working on those, and we are expected to have some type of schedule at the end of this month. So stay tuned for that. We will continue building out those sessions as we get closer to the show. So even though the session is live end of this month, we highly encourage you to keep checking it out every couple of weeks just to see what is up to date.
And we will be, emailing to you guys what the sessions are. We're already building and have several on board. So as soon as we get a few more, we're going to be sending out that schedule. Daily hours of the market. Someone asked, are 9 to 6 for the first 3 days and 9 to 4 on the last day. So ASD with the Magic show as well. No, Magic is, I don't know if they're before or after us this show cycle. We are not the same dates as the Magic event. Applying for a visa from Nepal. Dean, can you answer that one? Will you reply to the person that's asking about how to apply for a visa from Nepal?
Sure. Once they're contracted with the Source Direct sales rep, they can send them a form, and then we'll send them the visa invitation letter.
Okay.
And there was a question.
Go ahead.
There was a question about, is it possible for the dates for ASD to change? Camille, do you want to take that one?
At this point, there's always, everybody, it's like a big puzzle. There's always a chance of changing, just like when you take your girlfriend out to dinner and she wants to change her mind, but there's always a chance of changing. But I can tell you right now, probably not. We are very locked in. We are contracted with the center. We've got hotel contracts, bus contracts, everything pretty sewed up. So no, I do not think, I think it's highly unlikely that it'll change. Somebody asked that they are a first timer going to the event. Can I walk the entire show in one day? Okay, so you could walk the show in one day. You will be very tired and you probably will not be able to stop and write an order. So if you are actually coming to shop the show and actually place orders and meet with vendors, you're definitely going to need more than one day. You could walk and look at the show in one day, maybe, but you would not have time to stop and write orders or meet with vendors. So it's a large show. Like I said, 3,500 booths. We're looking at probably 300,000-400,000 square feet.
There was a question about the couture show and how do they get in. I just want to reiterate, and I apologize if it came off incorrectly, but there are a total of 6 shows in Vegas during this time. We're not hosting all these 6 shows. We are only putting on ASD Market Week. So we have no, we don't have familiarity of how to get into the couture show. I believe you just go onto their website and register for the event.
I can speak to that. So a couple of these shows, we're showing this because we want you to know, if you do shop the Las Vegas Market Center, if you do shop JCK for whatever reason, if you've been to those shows in the past, they are going on at the same time. With regards to couture, it's an invite only event. You can go apply on their website to get into the show, but they have very, very strict guidelines on getting in. That particular show. It's an invite only event. But antique, you just have to qualify for those shows. But every single one of their websites, you could get. And on our website, I've got links to all of their websites. So if you'd like to go on to our website and go to show dates and hours, there's a link to every single one of those shows if there's any of the other ones you'd like to check out while you're there.
There was a question about, is there a category for an outdoor heater and outdoor pizza oven? I would say there's no specific category for this that we outlined, but you can go on onto our online directory and type in those keywords, and we can see what pops up from there. And if you do need help, we're more than happy to help you guys look up the specific product categories.
And what we'll do is when we send out this this presentation post show, we'll put both mine and Lynette's contact information in there. So Lindsay, let's connect separately and we'll help take a look. Like we don't have a ton of pizza ovens at the show, I'll be honest. But we do have some outdoor patio things, but we can help you point you in the right direction.
And there was a question about, is there if someone's flying in on Tuesday, is there a place to check in luggage, or do I need to go to my hotel first? I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, Camille, there should be somewhere on site that we have a baggage and check-in area.
Yes, and I'll check that when I go to the new hall today. It's usually at the FedEx or the business center within the convention center. That's usually where you can check in luggage. It's usually every convention center has a business center or a FedEx shop, and that's where they will check your luggage if you don't have time to go to your hotel. And somebody asked, does Shuttles run hall to hall? If you were late joining us, Shuttles do not run hall to hall. However, the underground loop, which is the Tesla loop from the Boring Company, is an underground shuttle loop system, and they're all Teslas. They run hall to hall, or you can walk. Those are the two ways that you can move around the actual. Which hotel out of the list is closest to the venue? That would be the Westgate. It's connected. The Westgate is connected. You do have to walk outside for about 5 seconds, but you can walk right around the back side. And can you park at North and West Halls? Yes, it's $10 to park North and West Halls, and you want to park in the Diamond lot. Go to that slide if you would, Lynette. Do not park at South Hall, or you guys are going to be upset because you're going to have to walk in that Las Vegas heat. So park at there it is, Diamond lot and Silver lot. Go back to the other one. First one. Diamond lot and Silver lot right there.
And there was a question on how often do these conventions happen? ASD Market Week typically happens twice a year, one in March and another one in August. And someone has asked about the website. We will link the website once we send out the recording, but if you would like to check it out right now, it's asdonline.com.
Well, the loop will be open to park behind the South Hall and jump on the loop. The loop will be open. Parking behind the South Hall, I don't know. We don't control those parking lots. But yes, the loop will be open going down to South Hall. There will be some convention or something going on in South Hall. We're just not sure what it is yet. I had heard rumors it might be a volleyball tournament, but I'm not sure. But there will probably be something in South Hall. It just will not be the ASD event. Okay.
Again, this presentation has been recorded, and we will send out the link after the event, after we have the link.
And we're so happy that you guys all joined us. It's a really exciting time. We hope you come to ASD. There's a lot of pent-up energy. There's a lot of excitement. People are ready to get back to business, and I think this is going to be a great, event for you all to do that, to network, to connect, to get some great fresh education, find some fresh new products. So we welcome you, and we're looking forward to seeing you in August.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
And we will send out the recording.